Good evening and welcome back to another late episode of The Longing. I think this one is probably going to be uploaded a little bit late in the day, so it'll be, well, as in, I don't think it'll be finished rendering and stuff because I completely forgot for a little bit, and rendering and stuff will take a little bit of time. But anyway, let's get the reading done so it's still there. For the Iliad, that is. This dreadful combat great Epius chose, 291, high o'er the crowd enormous bulk he rose, and seized the beast and thus began to say, stand forth some man to bear the bowl away. Price of his ruin, for who dares deny this mule my right, the undoubted victor I. Others 'tis owned in fields of battle shine, but the first honours of this fight are mine. For who excels in all, then let my foe draw near, but first his certain fortune know. Secure this hand shall his whole frame confound, mash all his bones and all his body pound. So let his friends be nigh a needful train, to heave the battered carcass off the plain. The giant spoke, and in a stupid gaze the host beheld him, silent with amaze. 'Twas thou, Euryalus, who durst aspire to meet his might and emulate thy sire, the great Mecisthius, who in days of yore in Theban games the noblest trophy bore. The games ordained dead of Oedipus to grace, and singly vanquish the Cadmean race. Him great Tydides urges to contend, warm with the hopes of conquest for his friend. Officius with the cincture girds him round, and to his wrist the gloves of death are bound. Amid the circle now each champion stands, and poises high in air his iron hands. With clashing gauntlets now they fiercely close, their crackling jaws re-echo to the blows, and painful sweat from all their members flows. At length Epius dealt a weighty blow, full on the cheek of his unwary foe. Beneath that ponderous arm's resistless sway, down dropped he, nerveless, and extended lay. As a large fish when winds and waters roar, by some huge billow dashed against the shore, lies panting, not less battered with his wound, the bleeding hero pants upon the ground. To rear his fallen foe the victor lends scornful his hand, and gives him to his friends, whose arms support him reeling through the throng, and dragging his disabled legs along. Nodding his head hangs down his shoulder o'er, his mouth and nostrils pour the clotted gore. 292. Wrapped round in mists he lies and lost to thought, his friends receive the bowl too dearly bought. The third bold game Achilles next demands, and calls the wrestlers to the level sands. A massy tripod for the victor lies, of twice 6 oxen its reputed price. And next the loser's spirits to restore, a female captive valued but at 4. Scarce did the chief the vigorous strife prop, when tower like Ajax and Ulysses rose. Amid the ring each nervous rival stands, the embracing rigid with implicit hands. Close locked above, their heads and arms are mixed, below their planted feet at distance fixed, like 2 strong rafters which the builder forms, proof to the wintry winds and howling storms. Their tops connected but at wider space, fixed on the centre stands their solid base. Now to the grasp each manly body bends, the humid sweat from every pore descends. Their bones resound with blows, sides, shoulders, thighs, swell to each gripe and bloody tumours rise. Nor could Ulysses for his art renowned o'erturn the strength of Ajax on the ground. Nor could the strength of Ajax overthrow the watchful caution of his artful foe. While the long strife even tired the lookers on, thus to Ulysses spoke great Telamon. Or let me lift thee, chief, or lift thou me. Prove we our force, and Jove the rest decree. He said, and straining heaved him off the ground. With matchless strength that time Ulysses found, the strength to evade, and where the nerves combine, his ankle struck, the giant fell supine. Ulysses following on his bosom lies, shouts of applause run rattling through the skies. Ajax to lift Ulysses next essays, he barely stirred him, but he could not raise. His knee locked fast, the foe's attempt denied, and grappling close they tumbled side by side. Defiled with honourable dust they roll, still breathing strife and unsubdued of soul. Again they rage, and again to combat rise, when great Achilles thus divides the prize. Your noble vigour, O my friends, restrain, nor weary out your generous strength in vain. Ye both have won, let others who excel now prove that prowess you have proved so well. The hero's words the willing chiefs obey, from their tired bodies wipe the dust away, and clothed anew the following games survey. And now succeed the gifts ordained to grace the youths contending in the rapid race. A silver urn that's full 6 measures held, by none in weight or workmanship excelled. Sidonian artists taught the frame to shine, elaborate with artifice divine. Whence Tyrian sailors did the prize transport, and gave to Thoas at the Lemnian port. From him descended good Eunaeus heired the glorious gift, and for Lycaon spared. To brave Patroclus gave the rich reward. Now the same hero's funeral rites to grace, it stands the prize of swiftness in the race. A well-fed ox was for the second placed, and half a talent must content the last. Achilles rising then bespoke the train, who hope the palm of swiftness to obtain. Stand forth and bear these prizes from the plain. The hero said, and starting from his place, Oilean Ajax rises to the race. Ulysses next, and he whose speed surpassed his youthful equals, Nestor's son the last. Ranged in a line the ready racers stand. Pelides points to the barrier with his hand. All start at once, Oileus led the race, the next Ulysses measuring pace with pace. Behind him diligently close he sped, as closely following as the running thread. The spindle follows and displays the charms of the fair spinster's breast and moving arms. Graceful in motion thus his foe he plies, and treads each footstep ere the dust can rise. His glowing breath upon his shoulders plays, the admiring Greeks loud acclamations raise. To him they give their wishes, hearts and eyes, and send their souls before him as he flies. Now 3 times turned in prospect of the goal, the panting chief to Pallas lifts his soul. Assist, O goddess, thus in thought he prayed, and present at his thought descends the maid. Buoyed by her heavenly force he seems to swim, and feels a pinion lifting every limb. All fierce and ready now the prize to gain, unhappy Ajax stumbles on the plain. O'erturned by Pallas where the slippery shore was clogged with slimy dung and mingled gore. The self-same place beside Patroclus's pyre, where late the slaughtered victims fed the fire. Besmeared with filth and blotted o'er with clay, obscene to sight the rueful racer lay. The well-fed bull the second prize he shared, and left the urn Ulysses' rich reward. Then grasping by the horn the mighty beast, the baffled hero thus the Greeks addressed. Accursed fate, the conquest I forego. A mortal I, a goddess, was my foe. She urged her favourite on the rapid way, and Pallas, not Ulysses, won the day. Thus sourly wailed he, sputtering dirt and gore. A burst of laughter echoed through the shore. Antilochus, more humorous than the rest, takes the last prize and takes it with a jest. And with that we come to the end of the episode. So I will say thank you very much for joining us today. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon or night, no matter what time of day it is. I hope you all have a wonderful one of it. And as always, we will be back tomorrow for more of The Longing. Goodbye.